Hello, welcome to a brand new section here on Super Retroid. Today we are looking at 10-pin bowling on the Game Boy. Yay! So what we're doing is we're going to lump all the Game Boy Color games together with the original monochrome Game Boy games because they're all a much of muchness. And most of, I know of some Game Boy Color games that play on the original Game Boy, so they're not that much different, just a few splashes of colour here and there, but I quite like watching the old, playing the old, watching the old, playing the old, watching, yeah, I love watching the old playing as well, that's always fun. But no, I like playing on the original Game Boy, it adds the nostalgia value to it, especially Tetris. Tetris on original Game Boy is one of those things that you had to be there at the time. It was a moment in gaming that will probably never happen again because that was just one of those things. That was a system seller if ever I saw one. Is there one on the new machines? I don't know. I don't think there's a single game that I'm craving for, apart from Grand Theft Auto, but, you know, I talk too much about that game, so on to 10-pin bowling. Right. I had a little go at this before and got literally nowhere. I still literally don't know the controls. I know that A does something. You have to hold it down and then release it before you get to this red bar at the bottom of the screen. But I put curve on it, but it never seems to get to the pins before it starts curving, no matter how much curve you put on it. So I'm a bit at a loss here. It just doesn't make any sense. The speed on the left never seems to go up. Shit, there's only like, what, 2 buttons on the D-pad? What do you want me to do, Game Boy thingy? I don't understand. You crazy plastic bastard. Right. So this is, anyway, we're doing the Game Boy because, you know, the NES was my first system, so I had to start with that. The Game Boy was my second system, so I had to do that next. And then, of course, my third system was the N64, but an A to Z on that would be nearly impossible because I haven't got all the games. So I'm probably going to do the A to Z of Mega Drive along this as well. So we'll have the A to Z of NES, the A to Z of Game Boy, and the A to Z of Mega Drive, all running. Mega Drive or Genesis if you're in the US. So we'll have all three running at the same time because the NES can get a bit wearisome. Jesus, why can't I get the fucking pins? The NES can get a bit wearisome. And to be honest, it gets quite boring, some of those games. And I'm what, 8 games in, and I'm already a bit fed up of playing them, to be honest. But I'm going to start what I finish, because I know there's some classics in there, and they do get a lot better. But I think the next video being released for that is Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Special, and those games suck. Also, doing the Game Boy... Shit, what is going on? Have I worked it out yet? No... Still don't know what's going on. There are some games on the Game Boy which you can compare with the versions on the NES. I mean, my second video was 1942. Well, the second A to Z video was 1942, and there is a version of that on the Game Boy which I didn't realise until I started looking into it. So that would be nice to compare them. And also doing the Mega Drive, we're a generation ahead of the NES and the Game Boy, so we'll be able to see what differences they made, because there's definitely an Addams Family game on the Mega Drive, and I've just completed the video for the Addams Family on the NES, which Oh, you press up. Dumbass. You press up to control the speed. Right, okay. Now maybe we can get some pins, if I have any idea what's going on. So yes, there's an Addams Family game on the Mega Drive, which will be crispy graphics, and the one on the NES will be slightly less crispy graphics, I guess. So I know for a fact that's a shit game as well. They're all shit. There's a lot of shit, but there are some classics. We just have to trawl through the trash to get to them. So anyway, yes, welcome to the first episode of A to Z of Game Boy. Loved the Game Boy. It is a portable machine, but my god, it's heavy when you put the batteries in. And you've got to have a good light source to see the screen. Anyway, we're nearly at the end of this video because this game sucks. Thank you for watching the first video. There's way more to come. Way more content on the channel. Thank you for watching. Good luck in whatever you do.